Good evening, groovy citizens, and happy satisfying Saturday. I don't know where you all live, but right now in the DMV, it is drizzling. Now, earlier today, it was pouring down raining, so I had to cancel my nail appointment, but it's okay because I did make my appointment for next Saturday because Ryan's only in the shop on Saturday. So I made my appointment for next Saturday at 1 o'clock because actually I probably would be just leaving the nail salon had I gone to my 4:30 appointment. But it's okay. You know what? Life will go on. God is still good, okay? Now, I don't know, like I said, what you all have been up to today, but I hope you all have had an amazing day. I wake up every morning, come rain or shine, and I say today is going to be an amazing day no matter what. It's going to be a great day no matter what, because I don't base my day on outside circumstances that I have no control over anyway. So hopefully you all do the same. And like I said, it is drizzling right here in the DMV, and right now it is 62 degrees, y'all, so it's a little on the chilly side. So I'm gonna jump into this video because I need to call the mister, find out where are we going to eat, because this sister girl is hungry. Okay, today I'm going to be showing, and my lip gloss is from that lip gloss palette that I showed you all, I think it was yesterday, and this, or day before yesterday, and this is the color, well, it doesn't have a name on it, just says number 11, but this is the color. It looks like a mauve or something, but that is really cute. I love this. Might wear this one to church tomorrow, we'll see. Anyway, today's topic is 25 Stoic rules for life. So as we go through these 25 rules for life, keep in mind they are not strict boundaries, but adaptable tools. These are simply the guiding lights on your path to personal growth and fulfillment. So essentially, I said all of that to say, I'm not telling you you have to do any of these things or all of these things. However, just, listen. And everything will be in the description box. Take what you can from it, because a lot of these things that I'm going to share with you can add to your personal growth and fulfillment and development. So, number one, focus on what you can control. I talked about that recently. So in every situation, there are elements within your control and those that are outside of it. You have power over your mind, not outside events. I am a stickler for making sure people truly understand that you have to focus only on what you can control. Too often, we spend too much time focusing our time and energy on things that we can't control. I can't control other people's behavior. I cannot control what you think of me. I cannot control what you say about me. I cannot control the weather. So why am I going to focus my time and energy on those things when I can't control them anyway? No, I choose to, sorry y'all, my shirts keep sloping down, but I choose to spend my time on things that I have control over. And those are things like what I spend my time on, how I spend my time, who I choose to associate with, things that I choose to do and not do. Y'all are spending way too much time on things you have no control over. Number two, control your responses. You may not be able to control many things in life, but you do have the power over your responses. So pause and reflect before you react to everything. This is something that I really, really make a conscious effort to do. Because the Michelle of old, you said something that I didn't like, or you did something that I didn't like, and honey, I'd snap on you in a minute. Now, I take time to really think about my responses. And I think about whether or not I want to allow this person to have me cussing, and then I have to go and repent for what I just said. So I want to encourage you all to do the same thing. Before you respond to people, stop and think about what you're going to say. Stop and think about whether or not God is going to be pleased with what you're going to say, or if you're going to be pleased with yourself. Because have you ever said something to somebody and then you thought, oh, dang, why did I say that? I should not have said that. That person didn't really deserve that. And even if they did deserve it, I should have been the bigger person and not say what I said. So take some time to stop and think before you react. Number three, is it essential? Focus your time and energy only on what truly matters to you. Doing this will help you alleviate unnecessary stress. So again, when you decide what you're going to focus your time and energy on, ask yourself the question, is it essential? Is this something that I really need to focus my time and attention on? Because if it's not, I'm going over here to do something else. One thing's for certain, two things for sure. I will not waste my time on anything or anyone when I don't necessarily have to. If it's not going to better me in any way, shape, or form, I'm just not, did I say form or foreign? Form. I'm not going to invest my time and energy in it. It's as simple as that. Number 4, value your time. Time is precious, and how you use it impacts the quality of your life. Don't waste time on people, places, or things that add no value to your life. I have said this before. We have got to value our time. We spend way too much time doing things that really add no value to our lives. You should be at home studying for, let's say, I'm going to say your CDL, if that's what you're trying to go for. And instead of being at home studying for that CDL, you're out at the bar with your friends. Well, did you value your time? No, because you had a window of about 6 hours before you need to be going to bed so you can get up and go to work the next day. And instead of using that time studying for that upcoming exam, you went out to the bar with your friends. You've got to value your time. Number 5, your habits define you. We are what we repeatedly do. I'm going to say that one more time. We are what we repeatedly do. So if you repeatedly show up late to everything, then people will see you as always being late. And when things are going to take place, they're going to say, oh, well, John Michelle's going to be late because she's always late. If you have a habit of cussing folks out, people will see you as that person that's just loud and ignorant. Let's be real, because that's what people think. If you have a habit of getting in relationships and not valuing those relationships, it becomes a permanent part of what you do. So be careful. Be very careful about what you do, because what you do on a constant basis is what you become. You are what you repeatedly do. Okay, so think about that. Number 6, have no opinions. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute, hold up. What do you mean have no opinions? Well, don't form judgments on things beyond your control. It's natural to have opinions and reactions to events, but your judgments can lead to unnecessary distress. All I'm saying is, when you see a person acting a certain way, immediately you form a judgment against that person, right? Well, in this case, you should have no opinion. You know why? Because you don't know what's going on in that person's life to cause them to act that way. You don't know what they had to deal with or what they deal with during the course of the week that causes them to act that way. So keep your opinions to yourself. Even if you think them, keep them to yourself. Number 7, own your mornings. Start your day with intention, develop a positive morning routine that will set the tone for the rest of your day. I've shared mine with you all before. When I wake up in the morning, I have my prayer meditation time. And it doesn't have to be long. It really doesn't. It just takes some time. I take time, and I thank God for watching over me while I slept. I thank God for having a job to go to. I thank God for the things that He's allowed me to have. I thank God for the doors of opportunity that He's opened up for me. I even thank Him in advance for the things that I'm asking for or that I want and or need. That's a part of my morning routine. I also write in my gratitude journal, because in my gratitude journal, like I said, it's scripted. And so in the morning, you have 3 things that you're grateful for. So when I write in my gratitude journal, I write down things that I'm grateful for. That is owning my morning. And just praying in and of itself sets the tone for the rest of your day. And that's why I add into that prayer, Lord, that no matter what happens today, it is still going to be a great day because you are ultimately still in control. You have the final say. So I'm not worried about what other people say and or think. I'm not worried about whether or not my name is mentioned in conversations that I probably will never know anything about, because I know that you're watching out for me and you're keeping me. So own your morning. Number 8, embrace challenges. They're really opportunities for growth, and they are a part of life, and we all must go through it. So when I say embrace challenge, I'm not saying to just sit there with your arms crossed going, woe is me. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is embrace that challenge. It's like you're driving down the road and a challenge comes. So now you got to take a detour. So you go, and the detour is making you go to the right. And you're thinking, Lord, but I just wanted to go straight because I don't know any other way to get where I need to be. Look at that challenge as, look at that challenge as an opportunity, because by taking that detour, guess what? You're going to learn some things that you didn't even know. You're going to find some places in your neighborhood that you didn't even know existed. And you only found out because the challenge, which is the block in the road, forced you to have to go around a different way to get to where you needed to be. And now all of a sudden you're like, oh, wow, I didn't know they had this store here. Well, I didn't know these homes were here, or whatever the case may be. So stop looking at that challenge as a negative thing. Do you realize that some people are enjoying life now because a challenge came up and they embraced it? They didn't let it tear them down. They didn't treat it like it was the end of the world. Use that challenge to grow from it and learn something new. Number 9, avoid comparisons. Stop comparing yourself to others. Instead, focus on your worth and what you bring to the table. I've talked about this before. If you spend all of your time comparing yourself to Susie or to Jack or to Johnny, you are overlooking all of the great value that you bring to the table. So stop worrying about what other people have. Start focusing on what you have. What you have may not be what they have, but guess what? I guarantee you what they have is not what you have either, because they can't be you. They may try to pretend to be you, but they can't be you. And they're not going to bring the same thing you bring to the table. It's just like a lot of times people get frustrated when they want to do something and somebody else comes up with the same idea. And I always say, whoa, don't get frustrated, because they're not going to do that thing exactly the way you're going to do it. So stop comparing yourself to other people. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am great at what I do. And I bring, and then you run the list of everything that you bring to the table. You have to motivate yourself. You have to tell yourself that I am good enough. I don't have to have what they have. I'm good enough just as I am, as God works on me to get to the next level. Number 10, live as if you were reborn. So each day is a new beginning, and it offers a fresh opportunity. Let go of the past mistakes and regrets. Every day that you wake up, I don't know about you, but again, during my morning routine, I wake up and I say, Lord, thank you for this day, a day I've never seen and a day that I'll never see again. I thank you for the opportunities and the doors that you're going to open for me on today. I don't worry about what happened yesterday. I don't even bring that up. You know why? Because I don't need to. Today is a new day. And I thank God for new opportunities and new blessings. See, because the blessings that God gave me today are not the same ones that I had on yesterday. This is a whole new set of blessings and mercies, just like tomorrow will bring us new blessings and new mercies. So live each day as if you're being reborn and you have an opportunity to start all over again. Let people see a you today that they didn't see on yesterday. So yeah, you may have made some mistakes. You may have said something or you may have done something, but it's all right. That was yesterday. That was yesterday. Today is a whole new day. Number 11, value kindness. Even in challenging situations, we must show kindness. Be sure to extend kindness to others and yourself as well. Choose kindness over resentment or anger. You know, too often in life, we walk around being unkind to people. And it typically stems from something else. Because unless you are really paying attention, if you're not careful, you can be rude and unkind to other people and they really haven't done anything to you. You're dealing with some stuff in your life, and so you choose to take it out on other people. So I want you to live a life and value kindness. See, I value kindness, but also something else that I shared with you is that I've watched people be kind to everybody else, but they're unkind and unforgiving to themselves. And I've asked people before, how can you forgive other people, but you can't forgive yourself for whatever that thing is that you did? No, it wasn't good, but guess what? Forgive yourself and move on. Do not sit and give all your kindness away to other people, and yet you can't forgive yourself and be kind to yourself. You know, if you mess up, hey, I messed up. But I forgive me, and I'm going to move on and do the best that I can. Number 12, say no when necessary. You must set boundaries at all times, and sometimes that means saying no to people, commitments, or ideas. I think I've shared with you all before that there was a time when people would ask me to do things and I go, okay, yeah, I'll do it. Inside, knowing that I didn't really want to do it. And I should have opened my mouth and said that. But I didn't want to disappoint them, so I just went along with it. Well, now I'm at a point in life where I am okay with telling you no. If I don't want to do something, I will let you know, no, thank you. You know, you might want to ask somebody else. I'm not up to it, or I'm just not feeling it. And it's okay. They may get mad at you. And it's all right. Get mad, get glad. It doesn't matter to me. But I'm telling you, I'm not going to do something that I'm not interested in. Number 13, ask for help. We need to stop being afraid to ask for help. It's okay that you can't do everything by yourself. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. I think I shared one time before with you all that there was a point in time in my life where I thought that asking for help meant that I was weak. And one thing's for certain, two things for sure. One thing Michelle is not is weak, neither physically or mentally. But I learned that I'm only hurting myself when I don't ask for help. I don't know it all. I don't. And what I would do is I would spend time trying to find the answer. Sometimes I still do, but I realize, Michelle, you have people that can help you. All you have to do is open your mouth and ask for the help. So don't be afraid to ask for help, okay? It does not make you look weak. It makes you look intelligent to say, okay, you know what? I'm stumped. I don't have the answer, so I've got to go ask for some help. Number 14, seek wisdom from others. It's a blessing to be able to learn from others. This way, you can avoid making the same mistakes that they did. When I first started with my YouTube channel, I found every video that I could, and I watched on how to start a YouTube channel, things that you should do, things that you shouldn't do. I did the same thing with my podcast. I did the same thing when I wanted to become a confident speaker. And the beauty of watching those people's videos is that I learned from their mistakes. So I didn't have to create the mistakes that they already created. And the blessing is that they were sharing those things with me and with everybody that watched their video, so that you all don't have to go through the things that they did. So it's okay. Seek wisdom from others. I'm always willing to learn from others so that I don't make the same mistakes that they made. And in turn, as I do things that I've learned, I enjoy sharing those with other people so that they don't make mistakes. Number 15, forgive. Forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself and to others. This allows you to move forward with inner peace and integrity. You all, we have got to learn to forgive. I know people that hold on to grudges, I mean, like a tight fist, you hear me? And just will not let that thing go. You can get on my last good nerve, but I will forgive you and move on. You know why? Because I'm not stressing myself out over what you did or whatever that thing is that you did that I don't like. I'm not stressing myself out over that. Honey, I got to move on. I cannot let that bring me down. And here's the thing. I'm going to say this and I'm going to leave that be. We want God to forgive us, but we have a hard time forgiving other people. Isn't that interesting? Isn't it? You can't expect God to forgive you when you make mistakes and you're not willing to forgive somebody else. So remember that when you refuse to forgive. Number 16, live in the present moment. You can't change the past, so focus on being the best version of yourself right now. Dwelling on the past regrets will get you nowhere. Y'all, that's as simple as I can get it. Stop living in the past. Live in the right now. You know, sometimes it frustrates me when I talk to people and they want to go through this woe is me song and dance about something they did in their past. And, oh, but Michelle, you just don't understand. I had the perfect relationship. I messed it up. You know, I had the perfect job. I messed it up. I had this, that, the other. I messed it up. Okay, guess what? That's in the past. You can't fix it. You can't change it. So why keep dwelling on it? Let that thing go. Live right now. Live in the moment, because honestly, that is all you have. So dwelling on the past, all it's going to do is just bring you down. I don't know about you, but I mean, we all have past regrets, but I don't dwell on them. I do not. I have let those things go. That's in the past. I'm living right now. I am living right now, and I am basking in God's blessings right now. I can't worry about the past, because that's done and over with. Number 17, choose your associations wisely. Make sure you are associating with people who will make you a better person. These people should both inspire and support you and your growth. I've talked about that before. You've got to be careful who you choose to spend your time with. Now, I hear you, because somebody in the back of the room said, well, Michelle, isn't that judging? No, it's not. It is not. There are some people I just will not associate with. I'm sorry, I just won't. And I love them. I love everybody. I love all of God's people. Just like God loves all of us, I love all of God's people. But there's some people I just will not associate myself with, because they are not moving in the direction that I'm moving in. Associating with them adds no value to my life. Associating with them is not supporting me in any way, shape, or form. Associating with them will only serve to bring me down and keep me from reaching my full potential. And in some cases, could land me in jail. So that's why some people I just cannot associate with. I will speak. I have no problem with that. I see you. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? What's up? You know, how's life treating you? No problem with that at all. I will pray for you, because I pray for anybody. It doesn't matter to me. Good, bad, or indifferent, I will pray for you, okay? But I just cannot associate with you. Like I said, we're not walking the same path. I'm trying to go down the straight and narrow, but you keep wanting to veer off over here. That's taking me away from my goals. So I've got to be careful who I associate with. Now, I'm not one of these people that I feel like I have to only associate with the upper crust. No, that's not it. Like I said, I associate with people that add value to my life and that won't get me locked up. Moving on. Number 18, don't be easily offended. Develop resilience and not take offense easily. You have the power to control other people's actions. I think I left the word out there. But anyway, you know, there are some people in life that are so easily offended. You can say the slightest little thing, honey, and they get offended. I learned a long time ago, you can't do that. You have got to live your life such that not everything that people say and do offends you. Because all you're going to do is waste your time stressing over something that you cannot change. You can't change who those people are. You don't have to associate with them, but you can't change who they are. So don't let their small thinking, their immature thoughts offend you. Pray for them and keep it moving. Number 19, avoid ego. Keep your ego in check by acknowledging there is always more to learn, and embrace a humble approach to life over the need to be right or appear infallible. We all have to check our egos from time to time, because somebody, and we all know somebody that always has to be right. They can't be wrong because their ego won't allow them to be wrong. Sweetie, let me tell you something. At some point in time, we are wrong. We're not always right. So it's okay if I'm not right. You know what? I can admit, okay, you know what? Hey, I was wrong. I apologize, and I can move on because I don't have to be right all the time. So you have to learn to check your ego at the door because you don't know everything. So if your ego tells you that you do, I promise you, you don't. Number 20, practice stillness. The fact that we have busy lives means we all need to take moments of quiet time to reflect. This will allow you to get clear and make the right decisions. Practicing stillness will also ensure that you make better choices. You know, this is something that I love to do every day. I don't always get the chance to do it in the morning, mostly in the evenings or afternoons when I have time where I can sit and I just get quiet. I sit and sometimes I close my eyes and I just say, all right, Lord, I know I've been busy, but right now I need to hear from you. What is it that you want me to know? What is it that you want me to do? What is it that you just want to show me? And then I just get quiet. Sometimes I may sit for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, sometimes even 30 minutes. And eventually, God's going to speak to you. It may not be in an audible voice, more than likely it won't be, but God's going to speak to you because it could be a song that comes on. And something in that song makes you think, all right, God, I got it. That's the thing that you wanted me to focus on, or that's the thing that you wanted me to hear. But you have to take time to get quiet. Too often we are ripping and running, sometimes all at the same time, and you never take the time to get quiet. And that's why you miss out on so much, because God is always speaking. But are you taking the time to listen? Number 21, remember the 4 virtues. Courage, temperance, justice, and wisdom must be something that you always practice every day. So you practice courage to face challenges. Practice temperance to exercise self-control. Seek justice in your actions and prioritize wisdom in your decision-making and problem-solving. 22, accept and adapt. This reminds us that obstacles can be transformed into stepping stones by embracing difficulties as a chance to learn and evolve. I think I opened up talking about something similar to that. So I have learned to accept and adapt. When things happen in life, I don't get upset. I don't fly off the handle. I don't act like a complete fool. I accept what has happened and I adapt. Now, when I say accept, I'm not saying to agree with it. I'm not even saying to like it. But you've got to accept, okay, this is what it is. You don't have that job anymore. You don't have that relationship anymore. You don't live in that house. You don't have that car because it's been totaled or whatever happened to it. So you have to accept that, and now you adapt. You adapt to your new job. You adapt to this new relationship. You adapt to this new neighborhood, this new school, whatever it is. But you've got to learn to accept and adapt, because if not, all you're going to do is stress yourself out unnecessarily. And this is why oftentimes people will say, Michelle, how can you walk around and you're smiling and you're being positive? You know why? Because number 1, I serve a good God. Number 2, I've accepted the situation. And number 3, I'm adapting accordingly. That'll preach in all by itself. Number 24, don't discuss your philosophy. Actions speak louder than words. Instead of discussing your beliefs, show them in your daily choices and behaviors. Let your actions reflect your values. You know, oftentimes I see people convincing others that they're a good person, but your behavior shows something different. I've seen people convincing others that they're living for Christ and they live this Christ-centered life, but your actions and your behaviors are showing me something else. You're out here running the streets. You're doing everything that God would not approve of. But over here, you're trying to convince people that you're living a godly life. Y'all know people like that too, right? And sometimes we have even done that. So that's why it's best not to even share your philosophies with people. Just let them see that you are the thing that you say. I tell you all that I love you because I want you to know that. But even if I didn't, My actions always show love towards everybody. I even show love towards people sometimes that don't even deserve it, because that's just who I am. But in general, like I said, you don't have to go out and convince people that that you're frugal. They can see it by how you live your life. You know, you live in a modest home, you drive a modest car, you have a modest wardrobe. You're not this big flashy person. So you don't have to convince them, because they can see it. And number 25, memento mori. To apply this principle, regularly consider what you are doing with the time you have. Are you living in alignment with your values and goals? Are you making choices that will lead you to a meaningful and fulfilling life? When you remember that time is finite, it will encourage you to prioritize what truly matters and seize the present moment. Essentially, in a nutshell, what that really means is you've got to live life to the fullest, because life is not indefinite for any of us. I've talked about this before. You come here leaving. We all have but a short amount of time here on this earth. Now, I'm not telling you to walk around thinking, oh my God, am I going to die today? Am I going to die tomorrow? No, I'm not telling you to do that. What I am saying is make good use of your time. If you have a dream, you have a desire, you have a goal, and you haven't done anything to start working towards it, I need you to start right now. Now is the time. Stop putting it off. It bothers me to the core of my being when I hear people say, yeah, you know, I want to do this, but I'm going to put it off for right now because I need to do something else. No, you're procrastinating. Stop procrastinating, because there is going to come a time when your time is going to run out and you're going to say, dag, I should have been doing this a couple of years ago when I said I was going to do it. See, because we all think that because we have good health now and everything is going great, that we have plenty of time. Time is short. Time is short. So make good use of your time. Those things that you've been wanting to do, I need you to go out there and start doing it. Y'all, if I can't even beg you enough to do that for me. Please start doing the things that you have been wanting to do. Stop putting them off. Because to be honest with you, all you have is right now. All you have is right now. You don't even have the next hour, really, because you don't know. Like the Bible says that no man, I'm going to say, or woman, knows the day nor the hour. So live your life right now. Start working on that plan to buy that home, to get that car, to go back to school, to get another job, to start a podcast, to start a YouTube channel, to start a business, to move, to travel. Whatever that thing is that you've been wanting to do, stop putting it off and start doing it right now, because right now is all you have. Okay, y'all, that's it. That's all. Hopefully something I said resonates with you and helps you to really stop and think. Like I said, you don't necessarily have to live by all these principles or even put them into play, but I definitely would encourage you to try some of them, because I do believe that your life will be so much better for it. Now, having said that, if you're new to watching my videos, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. It gives me great pleasure to have you here. And just in case you don't know, I do car conversations every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So come on back on Monday, and I'll be sure to speak life into you and motivate you once again. Oh, and don't forget to check out this playlist too. I have many playlists on my channel. The under vlogs are all the vlogs that I've done so far. Make sure you check those out. If this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. Y'all know I miss you when I don't get a chance to see you. Go out there, enjoy the rest of your day. Find something meaningful to do. Find something that is going to get you closer to your goal and not further away from it. Okay? Do that for me. That's what I want you to do the rest of this day, the rest of this weekend. And as I say that, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Not just today, but enjoy the rest of your weekend. Do some fun things. Have some downtime. Get quiet. Remember I talked about getting quiet so you can get clear on your goals and your dreams. Make sure you do that. But also start working on those goals. Start making them a reality. Because to be honest with you, many of you probably wrote down someplace something that you wanted to do and you never got around to doing it. And you look back and you go, oh wow, I remember when I said I wanted to do this. My hand is raised because just the other day I was going through some emails and I came across a workshop that I put together and never did anything with. So now I'm going to spend the rest of my weekend in between my editing, because I'm still doing my editing project, and see how I can make that thing come to life in the new year. I won't be able to get to it this year, but in the new year, I definitely want to make that happen. You all can do anything that you put your mind to. Just tell yourself, I can, I will, and I must. I can do anything I put my mind to. I will do it because I am resilient. I am a go-getter and I refuse to give up. And I must do it. I must do it for me and for those that are counting on me to do what I said I was going to do. Listen, I love you all to the moon and back. You know the drill, you know the spill. There's nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing that you can do about it because it will never change. I love you all so, so much, and we'll talk again in the next car conversation. Until then, take care.